I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you want to option the new 2025 Genesis G90 E Supercharged in Glacier White. We've got a lot of improvements with the G90. One of the most stylish vehicles, but it has increased in the price. And is it going to compete to BMW, Mercedes, and Audi? I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and comparing them against this, throwing in some pros and cons, is going to reveal the 3 reasons why you want to get the G90. Starting off with the 2-line MLA or micro lens array technology headlamp assembly. It's 2 lines, full LED for the low beam that integrates into the enlarged grille. You'll have the satin chrome highlights, and the lower is going to get the matte black with 5.8 inches of clearance with an electronically controlled suspension in road preview, which is found only on an Audi A8. That vehicle is going to be about $4 grand more than this on a base trim. You can only option 2 different trims, and the first reason why I would go this route is because you're getting that E Supercharged, which is a 48-volt mild hybrid system. That's going to pack 409 horsepower opposed to the 375 that's standard, with 405 pound-feet of torque, whereas you're getting 309 pound-feet of torque when you just get the 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. So adding that to this gives the performance enhancement that the vehicle needs for the all-wheel drive system. Front and rear parking sensors, you're getting a 360-degree reverse camera, and going this route gets the multi-chamber air suspension. Plus, last year they added more sound deadening because they improved the front windscreen. All of the windows are dual pane or acoustic, so it makes it a lot more pleasurable in the cabin. Clamshell design hood, which closes over the fenders more seamless, so you don't have to have more body panels. Going here, you're not getting 20-inch, you're getting 21-inch wheels. Copper brake pads instead of the silver. 4 pistons in the front, a single piston in the back, 14.2-inch disc, vented on the front and the rear. When you go non-E Supercharged, 13.6-inch disc reading. And that's paired to a 8-speed automatic transmission, achieving 17 mpgs for the city, 24 mpgs for the highway. By no means this is an AMG, but when you're just a touch over 100 grand, you're getting a lot of luxury amenities, and they are packing a lot more performance. Going into the S8, this wouldn't compare against that, nor any AMG, nor any M Sport variants, but going more to the base trims, this is going to give you more bang for your buck and more performance than those vehicles, and it's class leading in luxury for the suspension, for that road preview, as well as the safety, because you also have the blind spot view monitoring. In Genesis, it's the only vehicle in class that offers you the smart park, which you can move the vehicle on the exterior by using the key fob. And because it's a longer vehicle, just like all of the luxury vehicles it competes with, rear axle steering, plus it has the automatic doors that open up for you. Just push the button and it will close for you. So they're going a step above and beyond, especially when you're considering this is just a touch over 10 grand more than the non-E Supercharged. But because it's in the 6-figure pricing, it can be a reason why people might skip it, because when you're at these prices, the Germans unlock a lot of luxury and performance, especially if you go into BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. Standard LED taillights with dual exhaust tips, and it's going to look like a sleeper in the rear, because when you're going to a flagship luxury vehicle, you want to give the performance, but you want to mask it with all the luxury, and I think Genesis does a great job. Let me know in the comments what you think about the new G90. Is it something that you would entertain buying, or would you go into the competition? Power liftgate, the 3.5T ESC goes into 10 6 cubic feet of storage. The 3.5T will be at just over 12 cubic feet of storage with a pass-through, but you can't fold down the rear seats. Fob to the G90 E Supercharged. Has an auto open, which it does work, just the sensors sometimes will not connect. 18-way power seat adjustment for the front. Both trims will have the Napa leather and the AGR Ergo Motion seats for the front, heated, ventilated seats, memory for the driver and passenger. But one difference that you're going to get when you go into the E Supercharged, and here's the buttons to close the door. And it's soft closing doors. is you're going from 15 speakers from the Bang & Olufsen sound system to 24 speakers Bang & Olufsen sound system. Leather around the top part of the dash. You'll have the wood inlays, ambient lighting that's going to be found kind of hidden in here and also hidden right here on the door card. And I like how the pattern just keeps going continuously into the dash. They do a great job the way they have tailored everything. The touch to feel is definitely above class. Receiving ambient lighting here. Let's fire it up. 12.3 gauge cluster and infotainment screen. We have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. It's Memo. This is a cool feature because if you want to store anything in your vehicle you need to get something like eggs or milk, you can do so by recording it while you drive and then just play it. And you can also delete that. Mood curator, which is going to stimulate your mood basically. You have different choices, which when you start them, it will give you a more pleasant feel. You want to be parked whenever you do it, and you just hit start, and this will open up all the sunshades, and it'll change the ambient lighting, and it'll have a different mood in the interior of the cabin, including the sound that comes in through the interior. And you have 4 different choices here. You can also do it without the music. You can add the fragrance, and you can hit the care, which will also change. And now you're noticing it's closing everything up. Using the massage seats. And just giving you a more relaxed environment. And you can also do it for comfort. The 3D setup, this is for all of your safety settings and different things for exterior and interior. So you can do for your lighting, for your driving assist, going into the interior, and you can change out the vehicle setting, the heads-up display, which is a 12.3 heads-up display. It's crazy. You can also change the cluster going into the doors, and you can link the brake pedal to it also. So whenever you push the brake pedal, it will automatically close the doors. With quiet mode, valet mode, Genesis Pay, click onto the seat, and here you can click on each individual seat. So you can click on the driver's seat, and you can start the massage seat or the ergo motion. Put it into reverse, you're going to get a vibration with a 360-degree reverse camera, standard on all trims. The trajectory expands out. You have a 3D view, so you can go all around the vehicle. Also, like a top view, click onto the sub menu right here, and you can line it up for a tow. You can go from side to side, click again, and you can do for the reverse. Now, when you put it into drive, you'll have a new sub menu that can go for the front area here. So it'd be kind of like a car wash for the trajectory. And you can also expand it for the front sides and as well as the whole front. You have physical buttons and you have a touchpad right here for the dual climate control settings. I like how this sets up on a pedestal and all of the knobs were reworked with the refresh. And you have your wireless charging pad here. You can also configure or close the doors there. It's soft to touch everywhere. Opens up into a long storage box with USB and a 12 volt. Leather wrapped steering wheel, it's 2-spoke. In this design, I think they killed it because look how luxurious it looks. The buttons come out and everything is where it should be. Leather is going to be on the horn, no plastic like BMW and Mercedes. You got a touch pad here for your digital gauge reader that can go through an array of different content for the driver. You just simply click on it and you can slide all over. When you click again, you can also go up and down and you can change the whole configuration. You click it, slide this over, and you're going to go into your screen themes. Here, you can change out the cluster themes. So you can have different layouts here. And we receive paddle shifts. Keeping it elegant, having this bulge out instead of having the buttons kind of everywhere, it just cleans it up. The Bang & Olufsen sound system lifts up and down when you turn on and off the vehicle, so it has a similar presence like Audi with a full heads-up display, auto-dimming rear-view mirror with HomeLink, LED interior lights, a suede headliner with 2 moonroofs, The door and dash configuration, well, you get one touch up and down for all the windows. A long storage pocket, click inside here, and now you have a little storage pocket here. Check out the leg space that you have, as well as headroom. They do a good job in the sense of giving people that are tall a lot of room in the front. Let's check out the back. This is the opening that you're going to have, which is quite a bit of space. It's almost a 90-degree opening, and look how large the door card is. Power folding, sunshades, the ambient lighting, you can see it now, and that pattern comes into play. Soft materials everywhere. If the button doesn't work, you lift up right here, and you still have your memory seats here in the back for the massage seats. Genesis plate, air vents on the side, storage behind both of the front seats. Open this up, and now you'll have your 12 volt and your USB, air vents in the center, and you'll have your own digital screen right here. Push the button, closes the door. With 10-way power seat adjustments in the back, heated, ventilated, and massage. The ventilated and massage because we are on the E supercharge as well as the wireless charging pad. Open this up with another USB port in the UVC protectant, which means if there's any germs, you can clean it off by just simply pushing the button. Push here and your shades can be controlled. You just simply swipe your finger down and it'll open it up. You can also close and do the same thing there. Very luxurious. You have your dual climate control settings here. Swipe over, and you can also change the light. So we have it as cool right now. You can change it to normal or warm. And on top of it, you got your cup holders. So everything is where it really needs to be to turn the lights on and off in the back. You can also recline the seats, which will push the front seat forward, give you this little area here so it extends out more. And that way you can just relax. The back seat is literally where you want to be in a G90. And you can check yourself out in the back before a meeting. Headroom. It's a 2-passenger right now, so it's more than enough, especially with leg room. This does fold up. But the problem with it folding up is now you're losing the center command. But you can utilize a center seat, which will be sharing some feet space, but you can see how much room you have. It's just a ton. Now the heat and headroom, it's okay if I kind of sit up like this because of the moonroof. Multi-chamber air suspension is what we're getting here with 34 horsepower more. And when you put it into sport mode, the suspension will configure lower. You got the safety as you see people just kind of cut in front of you. And you can just put it in comfort and just drive this daily. Now on a con, it is more of a chauffeur-driven vehicle, but because you have so much performance, rear axle steering, it kind of gives me the best of both worlds, and it's going to take me into some pros and cons. Starting off with the pros, I am digging that we get that increase of 34 horsepower plus 14 pound-feet of torque more. Any more performance is always welcome, and 409 horsepower with 405 pound-feet of torque is definitely something that I enjoy. With the smooth driving vehicle, the suspension, you don't feel hardly anything. Sound deadening, this thing is extra soundproof because last year they even went above and beyond by giving more sound deadening to the windows for the acoustic front windscreen. So that way you don't hardly hear anything. Now you're gonna hear some road noise through the wheel well area. There's no way to not capture that with 21-inch wheels. But it's so quiet. Smooth and soft. With soft interior components, hardly no plastic, which is a huge plus over the Germans. And maneuverability, you can get in and out of lanes without any issues. Braking is there. You got 4 pistons in the front with a single piston in the rear. Hell, you're getting 14.2-inch disc for the front and the rear, and they're vented. Turn radius at a stop point is going to receive about 2 lanes. Let's rock and roll. Now, by all means, this is not a sports car. This is a pure luxury car. So when you put that into content and people that's already going 70, 80 miles an hour, they're gonna pass you. So don't say, well, I just saw the F-Series pass you, so really how fast is the vehicle? it's quick enough, especially when it fits right into par with class. But what you're getting here is a bargain deal. Sadly, they did increase the price significantly last year and the year before, so it isn't as a sweet spot as it used to be. I mean, what vehicle do you know that gives you massage seats in every corner, ventilated, heated seats at just a fraction over 100 grand, plus performance that's over 400 horsepower, and combining that with over 400 pound-feet of torque with rear axle steering, and it's a twin turbo V6. Nobody gives you that much performance at this level. And that's the third reason why I would get it. But some reasons why I would skip it: the adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, it's by far not as good as all of the other Genesis variants. You could typically go about 2-3 miles without being engaged. Here you can only go about 0.2 to 0.3 miles, which is not going to be class leading in this segment. That's going to go into the bins for the AMG. Also, you have a lot of buttons configured everywhere, but that can be a pro also because everything isn't configured into the infotainment screen. And if you really want to enjoy the vehicle, sadly, you need to get a chauffeur because you're never going to be in the back seat driving it. But because it doesn't go into the full performance as BMW, Audi, and Mercedes, it would give me a reason to skip it. But let me know which way you would go in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check this next video out right here. And I'd like to thank our friends here at Genesis of Lakewood for giving us the G90 2025 E Supercharged.